on to 8, which has a strong relationship with question number 7. I mean, it's quite specific about Little Venice, and it's talking about food outlets and cafes. But I think the question needs to be asked more broadly about. I think you certainly already have views on that, and this is around rather than on the canal.
I think we're very keen to see Sheldon Square and that whole area come alive. It's dead. It needs every bit of help that it can get, and one doesn't want to detract from it. Right? If it's not being used, I think, in the way that the developers perhaps envisaged or the original planners, the people just disappear, and so some of the restaurants have already failed. And I don't think you need, and this climate, I just don't think it makes any more sense not to sort of build heavily around what you've got, and in that location which has got good transport links.
Not residential.
Is not residential, because up round Little Venice itself, I mean, short of going up to Formosa Street or Clifton Road, it's quite difficult to sort of, work out where you would put such things. And we'd just love to see somehow some magic work down in Sheldon, because we think that would be beneficial. People wander up to Little Venice and sort of come in by transport there and wander down to Sheldon Square. It would be fantastic.
Were there any other areas in particular that people wanted to highlight would be particularly suitable for encouraging cafes and restaurants?
The arm
down your end.
What about the arm, the one that was drained and made out of, which wasn't filled in, the arm that goes at the back of the hospital? And there was talk of there being a fountain there at the back of the Metropole.
Okay, is that... You've got a big idea. At the back of St Mary's?
No, not St Mary's Hospital, no, right at the end, beyond the...
West End Quay.
I don't remember the exact location, but I thought it was going to be at the end, whatever the end
by
was.
the Metropolitan Hotel.
By the Metropolitan Hotel.
Okay.
Didn't know about that.
I mean, I think the area that I mentioned before is, as I say, I don't know what yet. None of us does. But that's certainly worth flagging up as a possibility. And also, I was thinking about what you were saying about round Carlton Gate and round Alfred Road, that sort of area in Westbourne. I mean, you're right, that very well maybe, but I've not spoken to the councillors about it. But Toby Gale and the other people in the forum will probably be thinking about that, as the Harrow Road lot people are from our bit. So it's just to sort of note that that's possible for the future.
Okay.
Where we've given permission for the studios,
Just over the border, beyond Meanwhile Gardens, is the Sainsbury Centre, which has got the refuelling centre and an enormous car park. So I think if Kensington, Chelsea and Westminster might speak to each other, that might be an area.
That's one of their growth areas, actually, that they're just starting to consult on.
Kensington, Chelsea are starting to consult on it.
And that particular...
And that might be worth an overture to our neighbours to say...
Okay, to take that to them. I think I was going to add as well, I mean, in terms of the sort of areas around Harrow Road and that, I mean, it kind of fits in quite well with the economic development area and the discussion we had at that workshop and the principles that we're pursuing there. So were there any other areas that anybody wanted to raise? Or